YouTube, what's good with y'all boys? I'm back again with another YouTube video, and you guys liked the last backtesting session video, so I'll be running it back. We'll be doing a whole nother session once again. As usual, we are going to be on FX replay. Don't mind the fit today, you feel me? Young Nick came in spazzy today, you feel me? But anyways, we'll be doing a new backtesting session. What I'll do is I'll just, instead of like finding a random day, I'm just gonna pick up on a session I was doing from last year. Just backtesting last summer and stuff like that. So just to make it easier for the sake of the video. Now, so as far as how I trade, this is what I look for in an A+ setup. I trade ICT, continuation or reversal based model. I'm looking for a higher time frame rejection out of a PD array, typically for value gap, as well as a lower time frame rejection out of for value gap. For entry, I look for an inversion on the 1, 2, or 3 minute. I look for a good break-even point. I look for SMTs if possible in the trade, and then obviously a strong draw and liquidity to trade to, and then sometimes even a liquidity sweep if I'm doing a reversal play. So this is what makes an A+ setup for me, just so you guys have clarification beforehand as far as to how I trade. What I'll do is I'll just skip to the next New York session right here. Boom, just like that. Then we got yes to the left. Boom, boom, boom. So what I do first is I always go to the daily time frame, kind of see what the higher time frame is doing. At this time, we are at all-time highs, I believe. Yeah, we're all-time highs. So what I'll do is I'll just mark out all-time high, because again, that's usually the strongest draw in liquidity. We're gonna go take it, boom, boom, and I'll just make this all-time high just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll scale down and see kind of what we're doing. So this is Monday. Looks like we just took out the new week opening gap as well. So we have that. So obviously you can see that we took out this new week opening gap that's resting right here. So we'll not use that as a draw on liquidity. What I'll do is I'll turn on my session indicators, and what this does is mark out session highs and lows for me. So boom, I see we have London lows resting below us right here. We'll just mark this as London lows, just like that. Asia low already got taken. Obviously Asia high got taken, and then we have previous day highs above us as well. So we can use this as a draw on liquidity as well as previous day high. And we do have all-time highs above us, so I'm obviously going to lean bullish. We are a little bit overextending coming into open, so we might sweep some type of sell side. Is there any unfilled gaps? That's the next thing I'll look for, is like any unfilled hourly. So we're rejecting that hourly right there, giving us more bullish bias. We tapped into it, rejected out of it perfectly. Turn it down just like that. So we have this 1 hour FVG. I'll just mark it out right here in 1 hour FVG. Boom, and then I'll scale to the 15 minute, kind of see what we have below us as well. Nothing really. So we might get a retrace, or we might just rip straight to previous day high. We'll see. I'll kind of just play through a little bit and then see what we get as far as setups. It is a Monday, so I'll be a little bit more passive. Not expecting nothing crazy here, but we'll see kind of what we get. Boom. Okay, nice inversion play. I don't think I'm going to take that. Nah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there is an inversion right here, but I don't really like how we wicked like that. We must be rejecting out of something. Yeah, we have a 15 minute right there that we're rejecting out of, and an hourly, so that might cause us to then go and flip to the downside. We'll just see how we react here. London lows is kind of far away, so I don't know if we're going to extend that far. It's about 112 points away, but we do have LR built up right here, so we'll see kind of how we get a move. Boom, that's a good close. God damn, that's a crazy candle. That should give us confirmation to London lows if we can get a retrace up there. Low-key like shorts here. That hourly is holding, so like that's the only thing that kind of worries me to short right there. Kind of in the middle of two PD arrays, so this is kind of a weird spot because we have New York high and New York low below us. We have London lows below us, and we also have previous day high below us. So I'm gonna fade it. See kind of how we run. We have a little bit more bullish bias. Yeah, I like that. So that gives me a little bit more confirmation. The reason I faded this inversion right here is because if you look at the 1 hour at that time, we're kind of in the middle of two PD arrays. We have this one that we wicked out to the downside. We have this one we wicked up to the upside. So we kind of have this doji candle in 1 hour where we kind of have contradicting assets right there, or contradicting like biases at that point. So the last thing I want to do is force a trade in a position like that, kind of not really knowing where the market wants to go. However, this looks pretty good. I mean, we got our 1 minute inversion right here now. So we'll just do 1 minute iFVG. I think this will be the trade that I take. We should be rejecting out of a 5 minute right there. Oh, 5 minute never closed. Okay, bet. So 5 minute, nothing on the 5 minute, but we are rejecting out of lower time frame for rally gaps. As far as like the 1, 2, and 3 minute. So not the best A+ setup, but we do have a lot of draws and liquidity above us that we could target. I think that move to the upside and this close kind of confirms that we don't really want to go lower. So as of now, we have the hourly holding us up. Overall higher time frame is still bullish. We have all-time highs above us. It's kind of far all the way up there, but we can target this New York high. And if we displace pretty nicely, maybe even previous day high, but it is a Monday. So what I'll do is I'll just take this position right here and just take it straight to the New York high. Should be a pretty good play, and then I'll kind of go break even discretion early. So we have our lower time frame rejection, higher time frame rejection, and then we also have our inverse for entry. What I'll do is I'll do a market order, and I'll just click save, boom, just like that. So we have our higher time frame for entry, or lower time frame for entry for the inversion. I don't know if we SMT'd at this low. ES kind of looks a little bit sloppy. Trying to see if we SMT'd that. Nah, we didn't. Yeah, no, we didn't SMT at all, but looks like we took out that high. Yeah, so we'll see. This high right here was taken out on ES, so we'll definitely pay attention to that because we do have an SMT that we're trading into. But if bias is correct, we should just rip here, so we'll see how this plays. I like that. I don't like how choppy we are right there. It's that Monday PA. It's a good move. I gotta go break even off of that. We should just go run and hit TP now. There we go. All right, bet. So 1-0 on the video so far. Trade was to New York highs. Again, you guys see why I faded certain setups. We have the 1 minute inversion here for entry. So obviously I always enter off of the inversion. But what we're doing is rejecting out of a lower time frame period. We have a 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute right here as a fair value gap. The 1 hour is holding though, because at first I did like London lows, but the second we reject that 1 hour like that and we have that nice V shape, then it kind of tells me that we want to go back to this high. This is a nice inversion play. I know some people would have probably said this as well, but the reason I did fade this is because, again, we did have London lows right here and we were dumping rapidly. I didn't really see a situation where we would just immediately reverse, but we did take out hella LR. So I don't really disagree with it. We might go take out previous day high. We'll see. No, we don't. Okay, so perfect. So honestly, really, really good draw on liquidity. Again, that New York high at the wick of open is always a very good draw on liquidity to target. So that is exactly why I targeted it. It makes a lot of sense, and it's very easy to use. Like, I mean, we usually make that wick most market open, so we use it as a draw on liquidity for the New York high. We did have a retrace, so let's see kind of how this plans out. We might go take that previous day high now. Yeah, we should just go take it. Okay, boom. So I ended up going to take previous day high. Would have got stopped break even at that point. So not really too mad at it. It's a Monday, so I usually take lower RR on Monday, like a 1 to 2, just because some days are a little bit choppier. Don't want to get caught in the chop. So could have went break even right here after we took out this high. With my model that I teach, I usually go break even once we make that swing high and swing low in the trade. So once we pull down, get this pull back up, go break even at this high, and then target the New York high for the draw on liquidity. So we'll skip to the next day right here. Again, same thing as always. Use the higher time frame first, higher time frame, and then work your way all the way down. So we are all-time highs at the time of open, which is usually never a good sign for me because, bro, when we're all-time highs like this, it kind of gets a little bit harder to trade. So let's mark this out as all-time highs. Again, we're literally right next to it. Let's see if we have the unfilled PD raise below. So we do have an unfilled hourly. Let me see if ES tapped into it. ES did tap into that unfilled hourly, but we have one below. So, I mean, that would really only be the other draw on liquidity I like. ES did tap that hourly, so I don't really see this first hourly being a strong draw on liquidity just because, as you can see, ES tapped it right there, but NQ failed to do so right there as well. So it kind of made SMT at that low. Probably see it once we scale down a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll just mark out session highs and session lows again. Boom, just go to my indicators, and then I use the kill zones indicator. I think it's like the V2 one right here. And then boom, it'll just automatically mark out the highs and the lows. So London low is unswept on both assets. No, it is not. ES took out London low as well. So we SMT this low right here, giving us really, really bearish confirmation to the upside. But at the same time, I really don't know where we're going to be able to get a trade to. It's kind of a weirder day here, so I'll kind of just play out market open. Ooh, we do have a data wick. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what I'll do is I'll click news. Typically when we have red news folders like this, how you see this 3 stack of red news folders right there, that means we have this data high right here. So what happens at 8:30 is that a bunch of orders are getting put into the market, and we can use it as liquidity back to the downside as the data low. So this will be the only time where you'll see me willingly short all-time highs is when we have that data low down there. And we also did sweep data high right there as well as buy side liquidity. So I'll just mark this as liquidity right there. We do have a nice inversion right off of open, which kind of scares me because we might just go run it. No, we reject it. Okay, boom, that's perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do in this situation is, because I feel like I waited for that manipulation candle to end, is we have this 2-minute inversion right here. So we have this 2-minute iFVG, and it doesn't look like market wants to run any higher, and we kind of have that protected high at that New York AM wick right there. So what I'll do is I'll actually short down to the data low and then just pretty much get out fully, once you get to that point. The reason I waited is because that first candle, I don't want to enter off open because of how those candles usually run off of open. It gets a little bit dangerous trading those type of plays, so would want to wait the first minute out and then kind of see how we play. But this is a very, very good example of how to trade all-time highs effectively. This is probably the only drawn liquidity that I'd ever target below us as a drawn liquidity when we have all-time highs right above us. So I'll click order, and then boom, we'll do market, market order, boom, save. So we have our inversion. The only bad thing about this is we don't have any P to raise to the left that we are rejecting out of. This is strictly just based on drawn liquidity and market experience. So we'll see kind of how we run here. We should just run and go take the draw. Okay, so I might close out earlier because I think ES might have took it. It didn't. Okay, it didn't take it. It should flush. That's a good move right there. I'm gonna go break even off of that. Okay, boom. All right, perfect. So again, that is the only time in which I will short a data low. That is, I mean, short all-time highs, because again, what do we have here? We have the 2-minute inversion. We rejected the upside, failed it. Once we get that close back down, I'm like, okay, at this point, it doesn't really make sense for the market to go any higher yet before we take out that data low. And the data low, again, data high and data low are the very, very, very best draws in liquidity in my opinion. It looks like we're gonna run that hourly that's below us as well. Kind of see, we don't really need to. We might just go rip back to all-time highs, but we should go take that hourly off. We're gonna go rip. Looks like we don't need it, so just play through a little bit more. And okay, yeah, we're gonna go take that hourly below us. Boom. Okay. Yeah, so we took the hourly below us. We'll see how the rest of the market plays out, but again, very, very good textbook A+ setup. Let's get to the next one. I wouldn't really rate that A+ setup. The drawn liquidity was A+. Oh my god, another data week again. 8:30 a.m. So the only reason I wouldn't rate that A+ is because we didn't have any P to raise to the left. So if we did have P to raise to our left, then I would for sure rate that A+. But in this case, we didn't, so I'm not gonna really rate that an A+ entry because again, we don't really have anything that's giving us confirmation or a rejection out of it to know if we're gonna go any lower or higher off of that point. So what I'll do is look at the daily time frame. Nothing really a lot on the daily time frame, kind of accumulating right now. And we're also in this 4-hour right here. We're kind of in a 4-hour rejection, and we're also in a 4-hour right here. So kind of just stacked right there. The only thing that we do have below us that I seen was that data low, which might get taken off open. We'll see if we get an inversion back down to it once again. What's ES looking like? Same thing as well. So what I'll do is I'll mark out this data low because again, it's the strongest drawn liquidity, and we typically get it only a few times a month. Like you'll see that we really don't get it a lot. And then as far as the hourly, we're kind of stacked in between two PD arrays because we have a 4-hour right here that's pushing us up, and we have a 1-hour right here that we could reject off of. So we'll kind of just see how we play off of open. Not gonna mark anything else. If we have session highs and session lows, maybe yeah, London lows right here. So I'll mark this London low out just like that. Boom, template, London lows, just like that. And then I'll turn this off, scale back down to the 1 minute. So what I'll do is I'll look for an inversion setup and see if maybe we get some type of rejection lower here. That's nice. That's nice. We should just go take this here, and it is a little bit of a riskier play shorting right there. What I'll do is this is a riskier play. I don't really think I would take this in the live market, but since we're backtesting, and again, the drawn liquidity is very, very good, I'll just take a 1-to-1 right here to the drawn liquidity. This is one of those plays into which when you know the drawn liquidity is pretty much valid, that it gives you that confirmation. We also have this hourly that we're rejecting out of. So now this gives us the A+ entry because now we have the PDR rate to the left. So the difference between the play yesterday and today is that we actually have something that we're rejecting out of to go back down to the downside. So I do like that a lot. We have strong rejection candles to the top of us, and we have that manipulation wick at the top as well. So kind of like a Judas swing play here. We should just go run and take out the draw, and also NQ is ahead of ES right now. So that gives us a little bit more lenience as far as not having to worry about like any SMT or anything like that. So I'll click save right there. And then that's a really strong close, so we should just go run it. There we go. Okay, boom. So 3 for 3 on the video. Again, data lows, data highs. Once again, to reiterate, the best drawn liquidity in the fucking game, in the charts, on whatever. So we'll see if we kind of run higher after that. We don't. We continue dumping. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Next day, we'll go to next New York session. And again, you guys are seeing how my executions are being taken and my bias behind these executions and why I'm taking these executions. That's the main thing that I want you guys to understand. Also, with backtesting videos, a lot of people don't really talk about why they fade certain setups, and so I'm trying to make sure that like when I see a setup that some other iFVG traders would probably take, I'm telling you guys why I'm actually specifically fading those setups. Typically there's a reason behind it, but I'll kind of explain as we're going. So we have that 4-hour below us that we're rejecting out of. We have Asia low below us right here. I love session highs and session lows, especially on days where we don't really have a nice draw on liquidity. So Asia highs, Asia lows is always valid. Nothing on the 4 hour. We do have all-time highs above again. So if that 4 hour holds, then we should just go take an all-time high. And then below us, looks like we're kind of still on this kind of consolidation on the higher time frame. So a little bit choppier conditions. Wouldn't be surprised if we retrace this. But I do like that dip ahead of market open to kind of go higher off of that. That looks pretty clean. So what I'll do is, again, kind of like always, I'll just kind of let market open play out and then see what we get as far as like draws on liquidity and stuff. But we have all-time highs above us, Asia low below us. For me, the way that I like to trade is I usually have conditions. So what I'll do is I'll trade, and then or what I'll do is I'll just go through market open, and then when I see us give confirmation to a draw on liquidity, then I'll take the trade. So like right here, we have this 4 hour fair value gap, so I wouldn't short to Asia low here. Plus, there's really no entry yet. But if we run right through that 4 hour, then we should just go take it. But if that 4 hour holds, like it just did right there, then we should go back higher. Looks like that might be the rip to all-time highs that we might need. We do have this inversion play right here. Let me see if there's a 3 minute. I'm waiting for the 3 minute here, just because it'll give me a little bit more reassurance. Boom. Okay, that's a nice candle close. I think that gives us good confirmation to all-time highs now. I wanted a long right there because we did have the 1 minute right there, but I didn't want to get too aggressive on entries right here, especially being undefeated. I don't want to take a loss. So I'll just kind of skip through, see how we play. We should get a rebalance before taking all-time highs. Oh my God, we might not get a rebalance. That was such a free trade too. I knew it, bro. Once that 4 hour held though, like when we see that rejection at that 4 hour, then that kind of tells us that we don't really need to take Asia low, because you can kind of just tell by price action. Like we started slowing down right here, and then we get that nice close inversion on the 1 minute. 3 minute inversion was kind of high right here, so I did really want to take it. I like a little bit of a lower entry on those plays, especially with where we're at. So we'll see if we get some type of move to all-time highs here. We should just go rip it. I don't know why we're stalling out like that. Did ES take it? No, we didn't. Jesus, we're so choppy on ES. It's just crazy. Okay. I'll just keep playing this out. What time is it? 10:20. So we still have a little bit of time. What are we rejecting out of right there? 15 minute. Yeah, we got that 15 minute and a 5 minute right there. So if we get a nice move out of here, we might have a play. Nothing on the 2 minute as far as for value gaps, or on the 1 minute. So that's the only thing that I don't like here. But that should rip back to all-time highs. God, just no entry at all. No entry at all, bro. And the draw on liquidity is so obvious. No entry. No entry at all. Oh my God, bro. That's tragic, bro. So I mean, you guys see kind of why I faded it. The only reason I faded this inversion, kind of a high close. If I entered off with a 1 minute, could have entered here, but I didn't really like it because of how close we came to closing. So honestly, should have took it because it would have been the most high hour play. Could have fucking banged out a mean ass trade all the way to all-time highs on some spoozy shit, but it is what it is. Draw on liquidity was valid. Ideas was valid too. Just didn't like how high we're closing here, because when we close this 1 minute, like, again, I don't like taking inversions this high because your stop loss has to be very, very low for it to be protected. I don't even know if we would have got 1R. Oh yeah, we did. So maybe could have taken that because we got 1R, but nothing that I really like. I mean, we'll have better days. So I'll just skip to the next day. No trade day for here. But definitely very, very good PA. At least knew the draw on liquidity. And looks like we kind of stalled out overnight. So nothing really there at all. And then we have the open can right here. So now it is, I believe, Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. So we'll just kind of see how we play. We're a little bit slow right now. I do like this unfilled 4 hour below us a lot because we are at all-time highs. A lot of the times what you'll notice is that all-time highs will tap into a higher time frame P array, like a 4 hour before we go run it. So literally right here, perfect example. Boom, tap to the 4 hour, run all-time highs, because all-time highs is right here. Tap into the 4 hour, go run it. So if we're gonna go run all-time highs again, which is literally right above us, then in my opinion, we should also tap into that 4 hour in order for us to go do so at some point or another. Obviously, we don't have to take it right now, but for sure, at some point or another, we should go take it out. Yeah, so we have all-time highs right there. Really nothing else at all. Let me pull this in just a little bit closer. Boom, and then boom. So 1 minute, scale down, kind of see how we play here. Should have been looking for SMTs on my other two plays. I be forgetting SMTs. SMTs is one thing I'm starting to add into my confluence. So it's something, oh my God, I'm taking this off the rip, bro. I'm pre-firing the fuck out of this play, bro. I don't advise shorting all-time highs, but from backtesting and from seeing all-time highs so much, you kind of get an idea of which shorts are valid. This is for sure an aggressive entry. Like, there's any trade that I would lose, it probably would be this one. I love the draw on liquidity though, and I love all the liquidity that we have built up right here. So this is a bunch of LRR right here. If you don't know what that means, just low resistance liquidity that's built up. We should go take it. I don't think we have any session highs or lows below us that we took already. 5 minute, let me see if we have Asia. No, Asia's not there, but New York PM is there as well. So we have the unfilled 4 hour plus previous day New York PM. So we have PM low from yesterday. I'll just put PM low. Just like that, previous day PM low, kind of stacked into one another. And then for entry, of course, as always, we have this big 1 minute inversion. This is a very, very strong close, and I want to see a hold here. Running a 25-point stop loss. Ideally, break even would be mechanically right here, but again, I've stopped going break even mechanically. I kind of just let the trade play out, because what you'll see is sometimes you go break even mechanically and it'll still run to your drawn liquidity. So I do like this play. If you wanted to take a safer bet here, you could run a 1-to-1 here. I like tighter stop losses and stuff because I like the higher RR. I ain't gonna lie, this is how I trade. If I don't need a 1-to-1, I probably won't take it. So I'll just do market order, click save, just like that, and then we'll see if we reject to lower. Okay, we got stopped out on that play. Oh my god, we're gonna go take it, aren't we? Oh, we're just gonna go take it, aren't we? Oh my god, and we just took it. All right, honestly, I'm completely fine with that loss. Like I said, if you wanted to save for stop loss, could have went 1-to-1 right there. It's a Friday, so I figured we'd be choppy too. Break even would have probably been, I don't even know, honestly. This is a little bit more of a discretional one, but drawn liquidity was definitely valid, and the idea was valid too. The stops was just a little bit too short, so I definitely do like that loss. 3-1 so far. Again, I kind of figured, since it was a more aggressive entry right there, that might have been the play that I got stopped out on. But yeah, so 3-1 so far, 1-no trade day so far. Really, really not bad. What I'll do is I'll go to the daily time frame. This is a new week now. So we have the previous day above us, and we have all-time high above us once again. And you can see that hourly's hold, or that 4 hours holding to the left right here once again. So like I said, every time we have a 4 hour run all-time highs, if we hold it, then we're pretty much just going to go back and run all-time highs. That's just what I've seen. We also have this 4 hour right here in the current leg that we're ejecting out of, so I do like that a lot as far as a good confirmation higher. 4 hour FVG, boom. All-time highs right above us. What I'll do is I'll put my entry there, and then we'll kind of see how we play off of this. So there's a 4 hour and a 1 hour stacked that we're rejecting out of. Did we sweep any type of liquidity? Oh my god, we might just go around all-time highs. This looks like a beautiful setup. Pre-market was moving this day. Holy fuck. And we got London highs above us. Okay, this is looking really, really nice. We have this London high that's resting right above us. So I do like that as well. If this 4 hour holds below us, then I'm for sure longing. 1,000% longing. Just need to retrace right because we're kind of overextended on the entry. We are in discount on the range. If I pull out the fib tool, I don't know if mine's updated on here. Yeah, it is. Okay, bet. So we are in discount right now. Do like this to get a short in. If I was on pre-market, because sometimes I do get on in pre-market, maybe would have took an inversion play right here. Is there a 2 minute? Yeah, maybe would have took this 2 minute and held. But again, don't want to be too aggressive on days like this. We'll see how this Monday plays out though. Looks pretty good coming into open though. So okay, that is a rip of doom. God, all right. So we might not even get a trade today. My draws and liquidity are on point though, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, we're just gonna go rip all time highs. Okay. Yeah, pretty much done for the day off the rip. There's nothing there. Like I said, if this was live market and I was on pre-market, I'm probably taking this play right here. 9:16 a.m. reversal play out of the 4 hour. This is a nice reversal continuation play with all-time highs above us. Again, tap into the 4 hours, so I have a lot of sell side liquidity. Bro, just beautiful price action all the way to the upside. Just literally not a singular retrace known to man right there. Probably could have longed off of that close right there, but again, that's a very dangerous long. Could have easily got retraced on. We should just go make new all-time highs. Yeah, we're just going to go around all-time highs again. Yeah, we're just going to go around all-time highs. And it's a Monday, so it's slow, so yeah, no trade at all. I'm going to skip that. Again, so you guys are seeing not only why I lost trades, but how I'm reacting to my trades, how I'm seeing why I lost my trades, and that gives you a very good perspective on how to implement it into your trading, because at the end of the day, the best thing you can get out of these backtesting session videos is how somebody else is taking their executions, but how they're managing themselves as well, because that is always an important thing. So I'm just going to mark out these session highs real quick. We got London highs stacked above us. We got Asia highs stacked above us as well. I don't know if I have a Asia high right here. Yeah, I do. Okay, go to the 4 hour, see if there's anything below us. Still holding that 4 hour leg from earlier, or from previous week, I believe. Yeah, previous week, 4 hour gap. So we're holding that. Nothing on the daily, I believe. Yeah, really nothing on the daily. We do have a big daily for value gap below us, so that would be something we'll probably go take at some point, but I doubt it would be today. We'll see if we get confirmation lower though. And then I believe this is all-time highs as well. So we have equal highs and all-time highs right there. Very, very strong drawn liquidity. Very rarely will we have all-time highs plus equal highs. So that looks really, really good. Yeah, I need to keep checking for SMTs. I keep on forgetting to check for SMTs. That's completely my bad. But how far are we into this? 27 minutes? Not too bad at all. So far, 3 and 1. Two fade days, but draws and liquidity on both days was valid. And on the trade that I lost, the draw and liquidity was valid. So really, bro, the best thing, like I'm telling you guys, like the best thing you can work on as a trader is understanding where the market is going. When you understand news, understand draw and liquidity, understand your concepts to the T, and you backtest it. Because even for me, I backtest so much, bro. Like I backtest all the time. But it gives me such confidence in my setup. So it took out London highs. We should have SMT'd that, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if, okay, London highs is already taken out over there. Okay, so Asia highs is still above us. We'll see if we get a play here. Looks like we're gonna dump. Yeah, if we dump, the only thing I really like below us is really that daily. Like, honestly, there's nothing on the 4 hour. 15 minutes, I don't really like targeting unfilled 15 minutes. I don't really view it as a strong draw. I like 1 hours and 4 hours as far as unfilled or unmitigated gaps to take out. We do have a lot of LR built up below us though, and we have equal lows right here. So we might go run this and then maybe flip, hopefully. We'll see, because we did leave that Asia high above us. So I did feel like we were going to retrace off of open. We'll just see how we play here. We should go maybe flip to the upside here. Okay, equal lows. Taken out. Boom, just like that. Okay, holy dumb day. Okay. So it looks like we're targeting that daily all of a sudden, because this is crazy dump that we're having right now. So we have this unfilled daily. Like I said, if we were bearish, this was going to be the drawn liquidity. Again, this is why you always want to react off what the market shows you, not guess, because in this situation, for me, the only thing that's holding us from taking out that daily now is this 4 hour. But with that strong of a close and us also rejecting out of a 1 hour right there, I believe. Yeah, 1 hour right there at London highs. This gives bearish bias unless we get some type of flip right here off of this 4 hours. So we'll see how this 4 hour holds. If it doesn't hold, then for sure that daily for value gap that's below us is the draw on liquidity for us to go target as far as like unmitigated area. So what I'll do is I'll just skip through a little bit, see what we get, see if we maybe get a retrace. No retrace. Okay, we just gone for that daily. Holy shit. All right, so what we'll do here in this specific situation is when we gun this far low, because I mean this is what 200 point dump off of open. What today is this, Tuesday? Yeah, that's a crazy dump off of open. If we don't reject out of it, I was just about to say, what I like to do is I take reversal plays, but I take a very, very specific type of reversal play. So what I do is I'll long to an unmitigated fair value gap. So right there we have the unmitigated 5 minute, and what I do is I just take it as a retrace play. So unfilled 5 minute. And so what I mean by retrace play is because when we dump this low, we typically have to retrace before we continue lower. And so what I do is I take a reversal sequence play, but it's typically with to another lower time frame unbalanced fair value gap. So right here I'm going to pre-fire this for better RR, but we should inverse this fair value gap right here, 1 minute iFVG. We should inverse it. If we don't, then I close out. Sometimes when I pre-fire trades, and you guys see me pre-fire entries a little bit, I do it for better RR, but at the same time, the main thing that I want to note is that if the inversion doesn't close, just close out the trade, bro. Like literally just close out the trade. Don't even fucking risk it. This is a little bit of riskier play too, but I'm trying to get some trades in for y'all boys. Markets is all right. I'll go ahead and click save right here. We should just flip out of that. Okay, we got the close. Boom. Okay, we're just overly bearish. Oh my god, to the tick. And then we're going to go run the drawn liquidity. Yeah, we did. Oh my god, just some brutal beats. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I'm really not mad at that. The 1 minute barely closed right there. So honestly, probably should have been a little bit more patient. This is a little bit of a forced entry. Should have probably closed, but I don't know. I definitely like the play. And the draws on liquidity is valid too. And honestly, these losses are valid too. Like, honestly, you guys seeing me lose, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? I take losses, but Jesus Christ, these are just some brutal beats, bro. I can't even lie, bro. These are some brutal beats, but you know, it is what it is. Still up. So again, just starting off on the higher time frame and then working our way down as usual. So it looks like we're back at all-time highs once again. So just kind of getting the reps in of trading all-time highs. This will help you so much, especially with us literally being at all-time highs at the time of recording this video. It's always good to see how price action acts when our all-time highs and kind of adapting to, the conditions that we are in, whether in ranging conditions, expansion conditions like now. Again, these period rates typically hold us up if we're going to continue this bullish movement. We have a huge 4 hour right here that looks to be holding us. So we'll see if we get some type of rejection out of it, and then maybe we can target all-time highs. This looks like a good move back up. Do we have session liquidity? Nope. Maybe something in Asia. So Asia high is all-time high, so that'll be a good drawn liquidity target. What I'll do is I'll just let this ride a little bit. Boom. There's probably a 30-second right there. We also have this 2-minute. Okay, that 2-minute didn't close. Nothing that I like there. That looks really, really good. Excuse me. Okay, if we inverse that going back up. Market struggling to go up right here. Yeah, we're struggling to go higher. Did ES take all-time highs out right there? Looks like it. That might be why. ES took all-time highs out, so NQ is kind of rejecting from that point. I'm going to just let this play through a little bit. We still have that 4 hour that's holding us up, though. It is a very, very big expansion candle right there, so that's always good to know. Anything hourly? Hourly, we're rejecting bearish. Don't really see nothing lower to target, though. I'm gonna still just wait this out. It looks like we SMT'd at that low as well, so looks pretty solid here. Yeah, I'm gonna just skip through a little bit. Equilibrium of that range, maybe? I thought we already tapped the equilibrium of that range. Yeah, we already did. So now we're in discount of that 4 hour though. So that'll be good to know. Boom, that's the close I needed. Okay, boom, gonna pre-fire this. Or not even pre-fire this, gonna fire this off. I do like this play right here. That's a strong close above that fair value gap. We'll run stops below there. I'll take off fib. We are in discount of the range, so I do like this as well. And we have New York high and all-time highs above us. If this 4 hour below us still holds, then I do like this play a lot. We should just go take out both draws. I'm going to take a little bit of a higher R play here, all the way to all-time highs. Kind of say I react right here. So rejecting out of a 4 hour. Nothing on the intermediate time frame, though. I mean, there's 15-minute technically. So, I mean, I'll just mark that out just because it's to the left. So we have that 15-minute that we tapped into as well. So 15-minute, 1-minute inversion, 4 hour rejection. As far as drawn liquidity, again, just New York high, all-time high. Do we have any SMTs? So we do have an SMT with ES right there. Let me go down to the 1 minute on ES. So ES didn't take out this low. So yeah, we did SMT right here. Boom, just mark it out like that. Just put SMT. I don't know why my shit just turned white. Let me fix that shit. Boom. Boom, just like that. And then we'll just label this the SMT because as you can see to the right that ES didn't take it out. So I'm gonna take this play, 87 point TP all the way to the drawn liquidity. You guys have seen that both of my losses today literally were I mean, I'm not gonna say they're wins, but the drawn liquidity was right. So you guys get the idea, and that's the whole point of these videos. So I don't really care if I lose or win. It's more so just knowing my idea and then refining my edge over time, seeing what I did right, what I did wrong. So we'll take this inversion play right here. Should just run to all-time highs. Oh my gosh, this displacement is horrible. What time is it? 10:30. Okay, we're gonna need a miracle to get out of this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I do like that. We should just go run it. Oh my gosh, this PA is just absolutely fried. God, I wouldn't even be in this position after this point. But I'm just gonna let this shit play out and see if we go take all-time highs here. I already took the win on the day, so really not too mad at whatever happens right here. Yeah, just slow PA. Okay, I'm gonna scale out time frames because this is Way too slow. Way too slow. Okay, boom. So I ended up taking out all-time highs. So drawing liquidity was still valid. Definitely a long-ass trade. Had to hold that shit all the way until a PM session. And we also edged near AM high too. So drawing liquidity was correct. SMT, 15-minute held, ran lower, liked the play, rejection play back to the upside to all-time highs. I believe that's 4 wins now. 4 wins and 2 losses, so really not too bad. I don't know what that win rate is. I'll try to get one more trade in before I'll end this video. So I'll just go ahead and click go to next New York session right here. All right, so again, same thing as usual for the last trade of the session. We'll do a scale to higher time frame. We got all-time highs right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete all this stuff right here as far as entries and stuff. So we're still rejecting out of the 4 hour. Is there a daily below us that we're rejecting out? No, there's not. 4 hour is still holding. And there's really nothing below us to go target for us as far as like unmitigated hourly. So, I mean, maybe if we have some type of session liquidity, I would like that. Let's see, what's this low right here? Is that previous day low? Yeah, we got previous day low right there. So that'll be a good draw on liquidity right there. Let me just pull this up a little bit. And just like this. Let's get down to the 15-minute. Again, same shit for real. I'm gonna put this like this, and then we'll mark this as previous day low. This is the bearish draw on liquidity. If we were to fall this low, if we hold our overall bullish structure, then I would want to see the hourly to the left of us hold, and then we continue going higher. This big ass gap right here. Anything on the 15-minute? Nothing really. We are rejecting out of a 15-minute going into open though, so this will be a good thing to keep track of. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right here. Besides that, I guess it's an hourly too. So besides that, nothing really too much. Let me see session highs and lows. Okay, so London lows got swept, but London highs is above us. Above that 15-minute that pushes down. ES did take out London highs. And then all-time highs is Asia highs, I believe. Yeah, it is. So all-time highs is Asia highs once again. Kind of just stack draws and liquidity up there. So I would be leaning more towards longs here. We gotta see how we play though. Okay, boom. I do like that play. Is there 1 minute right there? Kind of, but that shit's small as fuck. We got a 2 minute, 3 minute, nah, nothing really. I do think we rip higher though, because I mean we just took out hella sell side. No SMT at that low. Yeah, I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. I'm really liking this. It's a Friday too, so. Alright, so previous day low looks like what we're targeting now. Once we hold that area like that, then I'm like, alright, like, you know, then that kind of gives me confirmation to short. So definitely like that. See if we get a continuation play here. Okay, never mind. Looks like we don't want to take it. Kind of getting mixed signals here from the market on it, I ain't gonna lie. It's a heavy rejection back up. I don't want to pattern trade that inversion because, I mean, we do have this right here. But, again, it's kind of a high close. You'd have to run like a 30-point stop. And if you're targeting London highs, it's not really a good RR play. Might just go take it. Yeah. I didn't really like the displacement right there. Not really that bad. We'll see if we get something maybe going higher to all-time highs. Nope. Jeez. PA was cooked, man. Cooked as PA. I mean, we should just go take all-time highs here, because a lot of the times what you'll see is after we make that move, because I mean we kind of had our Judas swing, fake move to the downside, move back to the other side, took out London highs. Could have longed right here, but didn't really like it. Maybe there's a 30-second there, but not really most of my worries. What I do like though is that usually when we are gunning for all-time highs, especially on like days where we made the move already, we will kind of chop our way to the all-time highs. So like as long as I get my direction here straight, then we should be good. Also, we SMT'd with that London low too, so I do like that as well. We have the SMT down there that we can use as a confluence. So we have overall SMT. I would like to see us tap this 15-minute, but we might not get it. We might not get that tap. So I'm gonna wait, see if we maybe tap into that 15-minute. Good hold, good fade, good fade. Oh, we're just gonna run this shit. Only reason I'm waiting here is because if we tap this 15, which we should. Oh my god, never mind. Yeah, that's some cooked PA. What time is it? 11:42. Yeah, just cooked as fuck, bruh. I was about to say we're gonna work our way up, but bruh, this accumulation on Friday, god damn, bruh, I don't wish that shit upon my worst enemy, bruh. So I'm gonna fade that shit completely. Should just go take an all-time highs. If I scale to the 5-minute, we might go run it real quick. Yeah, so we ran all-time highs. I'm gonna skip to the next day because I do want to get in one more trade for you guys, but again, I faded like 3 days, took 4 wins, and took 2 losses. But all the fade days, you guys are seeing exactly what I'm fading them. Bad displacement, not really clear on where market wants to go. Never want to trade when you're not clear on the direction of where the market is going. This is pretty fucking easy already because we have new week opening gap fill right here. So this is a really good and really unique drawn liquidity that we get pretty much like a few times a month too. Is new week opening gap. So when we close on Friday and open on Monday or Sunday, there's usually a discrepancy in price right here. So we have a 90-point gap in the market. What I do is sometimes I target into new week opening gap, and sometimes I also target the fill of the new week opening gap. So the only thing I'll take note of is that ES did fill the gap already. ES has already filled it. If I scale down to the 5 on ES, I don't know if we filled it all the way. Yeah, we already filled it on ES, so we might rip higher. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark out number 1, all-time highs above us, of course. See any higher time frame things I like. So we are pretty bearish, so I do like shorts right here to this new week opening gap fill if we get it. And we also do have an unmitigated 15 right above us that we should open here in a second. So I'll just mark that out as a high if we go run that unfilled 15-minute. So we'll just mark this as unfilled 15-minute. We might go tap into it if we're going to go take this new week opening gap fill on NQ. So let me just put it precisely where it's at. Boom. All right, bet. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll look for some type of play. We might just dump it. If this 15-minute holds, though, this looks really, really good. Yeah, I mean, we might not go fill it on NQ just because we already took it. We already took it on ES, but like a lot of times NQ has to fill that gap too. So it's like if this hourly right here is gonna hold, then I would like to see that get ran, honestly. And we do have a small 2-minute inversion. And what I'll do when I backtest too is I like to take plays that I would actually take in live time. It's like if I don't see a play that I would actually like legitimately take in live time, then a lot of the times I just will completely fade it because I know that I'm really backtesting something that I wouldn't even take in the live market. So that's something that I really, really pay attention to. I do want to see this 15-minute get flipped out of. So if that 15-minute that we tapped into, this 15-minute that we're in right now, and also that hourly holds, then we should go take new week opening gap here. Take a little bit of a riskier play. I'm just trying to get the last trade through for you guys. Only reason this play wouldn't work out is because we SMT'd this low already. So ES already took it out. Really no reason for us to move lower. We do have previous day low or previous day PM low right there that we have as a strong push to our liquidity. So I'm just gonna take this little 1 to 2 play right here. Put stops above that high right there, and then hope this hourly holds. So we're taking this off of a 2-minute inversion. Very, very tight 2-minute right there, as you can see right there. At least wanted to get some type of play here. This is a continuation short to the downside. Go break even mechanically right here, but a lot of times, like I said, I go break even discretionarily in a lot of my plays. So I'll take this. Looks pretty decent. We'll probably rate this like A- setup. Only reason because we already SMT'd that low. So let me see if ES maybe SMT'd somewhere right there. ES is kind of choppy, so I'm not even gonna look at that. I'm just gonna go ahead and just place my order. Boom. We'll do market. Click on this. New market, just like that, and then I'll risk the same amount. So we'll see how we play here. I want to kind of see us flush lower. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much cooked. So not bad at all. I kind of already figured, bro, just because we SMT that low already, we don't really need to take it. So it was a little bit more aggressive of an entry here. Don't really hate it. And pretty much all my losses I kind of could see, but I want to be a little bit more aggressive backtesting just so you guys can see my mechanical system. But you know, we'll kind of end the video right there. So if you guys enjoyed this backtesting session, make sure you guys comment. And if you watched the whole way through, comment me below, and I'll personally just hit you back or hit you with a comment or whatever, because you guys are the ones that truly want. You guys are the ones that truly want to win. Took 5 wins and 3 losses, I believe. 5 wins, 3 losses, 3 fade days. 2 of my losses were just because of stop loss placement, and the other one drawing liquidity was wrong with SMTDS. So take accountability in that. And I know, okay, it's a lower probability trade. I already know that going into the trade, because typically when ES takes out one drawn liquidity over another, a lot of the times it doesn't need to get taken out. So learn from it, we move on. And as always, if you guys like these videos, like and subscribe. And if you guys are looking to join my free trading Discord, I'll have it linked in the bio for you guys as well. And then I'll also have my one-on-one coaching for only people that are willing to take this serious and have guidance from me one-on-one within trading. That will also be below. But as always, prayers for you guys, safety, and I pray that you guys will all put in the work to become the profitable day traders that we're all set out to be. Catch you guys in the next one.